Hey Patreon, this video is about mutual assistance groups, or groups in general, prepper groups. You guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of talk lately about, on YouTube and the comments and stuff like that, about older people and mutual assistance groups. And a lot of people, not giving them the respect they deserve, basically not getting along with them very well and not including them. Well, this isn't really about old people or older people and mutual assistance groups. Actually, let me pause. It's starting to rain. I gotta move to another location. All right, sorry about that. Recognizing other people's worth, I guess, is what this is about. I've done videos about everybody has something to offer, and I feel that's very important. And I want you guys to remember, just a sec. I want you guys to remember that whenever you're looking at groups, whether you're forming a group, whether you're looking at members, keep in mind of basically what they can offer. Don't fall into the mindset that everybody has to be tactical or young or physically capable, because there's a lot that people can offer. Leadership is a big one. Just plain old leadership. You don't have to have, you could be any age for leadership, but wisdom is leadership. So obviously not super young probably, but it could come from a wheelchair-bound elderly person that is capable of really nothing else other than what's in here. But what's in here is very important. Think about the skills they can teach you. And leadership and organization is very important. Helping build plans, helping set up structure, helping lay out gardens, building a retreat or a bug out location with security in mind. How to set security, how to, overlapping fields of fire, how to set everything up. There's a lot to prepping in the mind. The mind is a very powerful thing. I know that I, and my group, we don't disregard anybody, especially when it comes to, weight, age, sex, ethnicity, any of those things. You got to meet people where they are. And as long as you can agree on a moral background, and also people talk about differences in faith and religion, that they've had issues with, say they're Christian, whatever, and, they're in a group with other Christians, but they are from different churches and they don't share a doctrine. That may be very important to some people. It may be very important to be the exact same denomination and believe all exactly the same things. But I don't believe that. I believe that shared moral value is important. I feel for my group, we feel that belief in him and a follower of him is important. Enough said. That it doesn't have to be what you want, though. That may not be what matters to your group. Maybe just a good moral compass. And it doesn't have anything to do with faith. That's okay. But shared things, like some things like drinking, smoking, drug use, things like that are things that groups are going to have to come up with. What the rules are, what the regulations are, who they want involved, as well as prior criminal records. Just because somebody has a prior criminal record doesn't mean they're a bad person now. There's a lot to think about, though, and I hope you guys are. I encourage you to form groups. If you can't find a group, if you can't find an open-minded group that or is like-minded or like-hearted, however you want to put it, then form your own. It may take a while. Have patience. It takes a while. And do we have that much time? I don't know. We don't know, but you don't want to not start it because you're like, oh, we don't have enough time to go through that whole process. We don't know how much time we have, so start. Just start. It's part of doing the things. Get out and meet people. I've done videos. Look back to the history, search mutual assistance group or prep or just group or mag in my channel. And I got a bunch of different videos talking about where to meet people, like gun clubs, prepper sections of stores, camping, outdoor stores, lots of different things like that, as well as the different prepper meetups online, and then set up meetups and stuff like that. Yes, there is a vetting process though. Be serious about your vetting process, especially if you're the one starting the group. Actually, not even just that. If you're going to a group, vet them. It's not just about them vetting you. It's about you vetting them. You want like-minded, like-hearted people. So keep that in mind. Having a group is vital. I think you guys all understand that. Lone wolf just is not gonna. It's not viable long term. I mean, you can't set security. Like I always say this, you can't even set security by yourself long term, or by yourself, because you can't be awake all the time. So yeah, the variety in skill sets is vitally important. I wouldn't want a group of, high-speed operators, young guys in their 20s or 30s, where they all have the same exact skill sets. No way, because yet you're only good at one thing. Think about it. They don't know anything about gardening or canning or knitting or sewing or mechanics or electrical stuff or blacksmithing or they may not know any of that stuff. They know a lot of things, yes, but they don't know the variety of skills that older people can offer you, or handicapped people can offer you, or anybody can offer you. Men, women, some of the older. I'm not going to say old, but older, maybe women have commented about, it's really tough for them. I get it. I totally understand that. I see why. I kind of understand why people would steer away from that. I'm not agreeing with them, though, because they're wrong. There's a lot of value there. Just having a single elderly female. I have an associate, acquaintance, I guess, that is a elderly female, single, and she is prepped to the max. She can't go out running and gunning, but I'll tell you what, if a bunch of young guys show up there, she can outfit, arm, equip all of them, and has years of food storage and gardening knowledge and tons of other stuff. She is a massive asset. Yeah, so if people, and they look at this woman and most prepper groups are like, whatever, no. I'll tell you what, they're losing out. Big mistake. Yeah, so you never know who that person is. You got to get to know them. You got to vet them. And she's a wonderful woman. She's a little bit further away from us, so she's not really part of our tribe or our close-knit original group. She's like in one of our more outer rings because she's a little further away. So we're not sure if we're going to be able to get to her or her. Well, she won't be able to get to us in an SHTF scenario because of the amount of preps she has and the physical capability that she has. So we have to go to her, help her get her stuff, get her out of there. So, and yeah, that will be a very high priority to get her and her stuff. It's not just about her stuff. It's about her and the knowledge that she has up here. She's a very wise woman. So I guess the whole point of this video is just to encourage you guys to get out and work on forming a group, even if it's small, even just close friends. Work on close friends. Maybe help turn them into preppers. It's a good time to do so with this whole virus thing going on and the shortages in the stores and meat shortages, food shortages, increased prices, all this stuff like that. It's a good time. So maybe start there. Or if you have one other person, I don't know. It is difficult starting a group. We did it, though, so I know you can do it. Just keep trying, keep your nose to the ground, prep a little every day, prep it a peace of mind out of fear, and do the things. You'll get there. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.